Libra, before you do anything else today, I need you to hear this clearly. The next 50 hours are not ordinary hours. There is a window closing in front of you right now, and what you do inside that window has the power to shape the entire flavor of your next 12 months. One rush decision, one sharp sentence, one signature scribbled in a moment of frustration, and you could lock yourself into a path you never actually wanted. So take a breath. Let's walk through exactly what's happening and exactly how you protect yourself. You already know the feeling I'm describing. For weeks now, something has felt heavy, stuck, like you've been pushing against a door that simply won't open. Your motivation has been running on fumes. You've been overthinking, second-guessing, circling the same questions without landing anywhere. That low, stagnant hum has been draining you. And honestly, a part of you has started to wonder if this is just how things are now. It isn't. That cycle is in its final hours. And what comes next is the complete opposite. A sudden, electric jolt of energy that's about to hit your nervous system like a switch being flipped. On June 28, 2026, Mars enters Gemini. This is the catalyst. Mars is the planet of raw drive, of momentum, of the fire that makes you actually move instead of just thinking about moving. And right now, it's pouring into Gemini, a fast, restless, mentally hyperactive air sign that happens to sit in one of the most important regions of your chart. For you, Libra, this is not a quiet background transit. This is the engine roaring back to life after weeks of sitting idle. Here's what you'll feel almost immediately. You go from 0 to 100. The mental fog lifts, but in its place comes a flood, ideas, urges, conversations you suddenly need to have, decisions you suddenly feel you must make today. Your mind speeds up to a pace that feels exhilarating and slightly out of control. There's a restless itch under your skin that whispers, "Act now, don't wait, just do it." And this is precisely where the danger lives. And if you want the complete map of what's ahead, we've put together a 54-page deep analysis PDF for July 2026, built specifically for Libra. Inside, you'll find your biggest opportunity of the month, the major warnings to watch for, the exact turning points around Mercury retrograde, and the single biggest lesson of your year. It covers Jupiter in Leo, Venus in Virgo, the full moon analysis, and detailed breakdowns of love, career, finance, relationships, education, travel, and family. You'll even get your lucky numbers, power dates, power colors, and the energy crystals and stones that align with your chart this month. If you're serious about walking into July prepared instead of reactive, the checkout link is in the description. Go claim it before the shift begins. Because here's the trap. Mars in Gemini doesn't just give you energy, it gives you energy with no patience attached. And Gemini carries a duality, a two-sided quality, that means you won't just feel motivated, you'll feel pulled in two directions at once. This transit has a way of placing a sudden fork in your road. Two job offers landing in the same week. Two relationship paths, two versions of your future, asking you to choose. Two pieces of conflicting advice from people you trust. The pressure of standing at that fork, undecided, will feel almost physically unbearable. And that is how the one wrong decision gets made. Not from clarity, not from wisdom, but from the sheer discomfort of being undecided. You will be tempted to make a permanent choice just to relieve a temporary anxiety. To pick a lane simply so the tension in your chest will stop. That is the fatal mistake of this transit, Libra, choosing speed over truth, choosing relief over rightness. Now let me tell you why the stakes are genuinely this high, because I don't want you to think I'm exaggerating for effect. This Mars energy is activating your sector of long-term horizons, your beliefs, your higher learning, your legal matters, your publishing and big-picture life philosophy. This is the part of your chart that governs the direction you're heading, not just today's to-do list. And because Mars rules momentum, whatever you set in motion during these opening days doesn't stay small. It builds. A bridge burned with a few sharp words right now doesn't just sting for a week. It removes a door you'll wish you had 12 months from now. A contract signed in a rush, a commitment made in a flash of certainty that wasn't really certainty, locks you onto a trajectory that's hard to reverse. This is why the next 50 hours matter so much. You're not making a Tuesday decision. You're setting the angle of an entire year. Before we go deeper into the strategy, I want to pause here, Because if you're feeling the weight of this, if you're sitting there thinking, this is exactly where I am right now, I genuinely don't know which way to turn, then you don't have to navigate this blind. This is exactly the kind of crossroads we help Libras work through directly. We offer personal birth chart readings, love compatibility analysis, full yearly and monthly forecasts, and one-on-one question-based guidance for the specific decisions sitting on your plate right now. If you want that clarity, the WhatsApp chat link is waiting for you in the description box. Reach out, tell us what you're facing, and we'll look at your actual chart, not just your sun sign. Now, let's get you ready for the shift. Here is your final countdown protocol, and I want you to treat this as non-negotiable. Step 1 is the pre-shift audit. Right now, before the 28th, clear out the nagging little tasks that have been half-finished and rattling around your head. The unanswered email, the bill, the small promise you keep forgetting. Get them done. Why? Because when that Mars fire arrives, it needs a clean runway. If your mind is cluttered with loose ends, the incoming energy will scatter into chaos. If your runway is clear, that same energy becomes focused thrust. Step 2 is the most important rule you'll set for yourself this month. I call it the 48-hour rule. From the moment Mars enters Gemini, you make yourself one solemn vow, a mandatory 2-day buffer between feeling an urgent impulse and acting on it. Before you press send, before you sign, before you say the thing you can't unsay, you wait 48 hours. That's it. The impulses that are real will still be real in 2 days. The ones born purely from anxiety will have dissolved. This single rule is your shield against the entire trap of this transit. So if waiting is the defense, what's the offense? Because Mars in Gemini is not here to be wasted, it's here to be used. The winning move is to point all that fire inward and backward instead of outward and public. This is a phenomenal window for deep research, for gathering data, for digging into the details of whatever big decision is looming. Channel the restlessness into investigation, not execution. Study the offer, read the fine print, map out the scenarios, do the homework you'd normally skip. You'll find your mind is sharp and tireless right now. Feed it information instead of impulses. And there's one more gift hidden in this transit, especially for you. You are the peacemaker, the one who smooths things over, the one who avoids friction, even when friction is exactly what a situation needs. This Mars energy hands you a temporary, beautiful spike in assertiveness. Use it. Set the boundary you've been avoiding. Have the uncomfortable conversation you've been postponing. Say the honest no that you usually soften into a reluctant yes. This is your chance to draw lines that protect your year, and you may not feel this brave again for a while. Which brings us back to the symbol you carry, the scales. Here's the truth most people miss about balance, Libra. Real balance is not the absence of tension. It's not rushing to make everyone comfortable, including yourself, as fast as possible. During this transit, your balance is found through intentional friction, through the willingness to sit in discomfort, to hold the tension of an open question, to let 2 days pass before you choose. Rushed harmony is fragile. Earned equilibrium is unshakable. So here is your final takeaway, and I want you to hold on to it for the next 50 hours. The year ahead is not decided by the fork in the road. It's decided by whether you can master a single mental impulse over these next few days. Slow down where everyone else speeds up. Research where everyone else reacts. Wait where everyone else rushes. Do that, and a transit that could have destabilized your entire year becomes the launch pad for 12 months of calculated, deliberate, powerful expansion. The fire is coming, Libra. Your only job is to aim it well.